What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here. We're starting to see it more and more happen here around our country. Now it's happening to Bed Bath & Beyond, Bye Bye Baby, and you're not even going to believe what has happened to them. And this is a company that has gone from billions and billions of dollars. If you've watched Shark Tank, you know that like Lori Greiner has sold products on there and made millions of dollars alone herself and they're entrepreneurs just from single products. You are not going to believe what has happened to them. This is a massive giant. We have shopped at Bed Bath and Beyond, and first of all, let me show you this story here, and then I'll show you what happened here after this story. Take a listen here, and then we'll talk about it here afterwards.
We turn now to the end of an era. Another popular retailer going out of business, Bed Bath & Beyond. For decades, a go-to for home and college dorm supplies with those big blue coupons. Well, it filed for bankruptcy yesterday, the company announcing it will now begin winding down operations. Here with everything we need to know, NBC's Brian Chung. I feel like I've been reading this headline for a while, that Bed Bath & Beyond was in trouble, but now it's official, it's filing for bankruptcy. Does that mean the stores are closing?
Yeah, that's exactly what that means. And I'm having flashbacks of my own experiences going to Bed Bath & Beyond shopping for my college supplies. But look, this is a company that's been struggling for a while, as you've mentioned. They've been saying that, look, if we can't raise the money that we need last minute, we could ultimately file for bankruptcy, which is what happened ultimately yesterday. That means that 360 locations, and by the way, 120 Bye Bye Baby locations, which is also owned by the same company, will start to liquidate. So essentially, here's the timeline. Starting on Wednesday, you will no longer be able to use those iconic 20% off coupons that we're all familiar with getting in the mail. That's because the sales are going to begin starting in the stores. So pretty heavy discounts expected on that Wednesday. On May 8th, that will be the last day to use your gift cards. And then on May 15th, merchandise credits and customer rewards will no longer be accepted. And for those that, by the way, have wedding registries that are associated or linked to Bed Bath & Beyond, they will ultimately keep that. You can't buy any products for the registry, but they say that they'll be transferring it to another platform.
Speaking of weddings, David's Bridal filed for bankruptcy as well. Is this something that we're seeing with retailers around the country?
Yeah, it's not just David's Bridal. When we think about other iconic brands that we all remember and kind of, associate with American life, like Toys R Us, Sears, those are large companies that ultimately went under in just the last few years. Some of that is accelerated by the pandemic with the move to e-commerce, but a lot of it is also kind of the secular move to big box retailers. People don't want to go to specialized stores anymore. They want to go to one-stop shops where you can get all of it done. You want to get that extra bath towel, but then also, oh, wait, I have to get that extra can of diced tomatoes. You could just go to one stop to do that, as opposed to going to those individual
Just real quickly, sometimes companies file for bankruptcy and then they're still around. Yeah. They're still open. Is there any chance of that for, somebody comes in and buys them, I guess?
Yeah, that is a chance. And what Bed Bath & Beyond said is that Chapter 11 means that they're reorganizing. They could ultimately auction the assets of Bye Bye Baby and also Bed Bath & Beyond to another buyer that could attempt to resurrect it. But again, what we know of Bed Bath & Beyond in its current state will no longer be the case. Toys R Us tried to get resurrected by another company in the form of pop-ups inside of Macy's. It didn't really work out. Bed Bath & Beyond, in the form we know it, is just no longer.
Sure. All right.
Okay, so first of all, this shows you how bad our economy is. We have massive companies like Walmart and like Amazon laying off thousands and thousands of people. If you've been watching my channel, you just seen my Home Depot video, you've seen my Walmart video. Now, take a look here at what has happened to Bed Bath & Beyond. Completely wiped out. Bed Bath & Beyond was bought by Overstock.com. All their assets was sold for only $21.5 million. Think about that in the scheme of things. This was a company that sold billions of dollars in goods. You think about like Shark Tank and Lori Greiner, they had single products that sold more than $21.5 million a year in sales. All of their assets just sold for $21.5 million. Wow. Absolutely just wow. They had payroll probably that paid employees paychecks for thousands and thousands of workers more than that. This literally shows you how in the toilet our economy is right now. Massive companies that are employing thousands and thousands of workers across the country, completely gone. completely gone. And now you've got to think about this. They're literally taking a lot of people's lives with it. People that work there, people's families that work there, and a lot of small businesses. I mean, if you watch Shark Tank, it's literally been a favorite of mine for years. Let me know that down below in the comments if you watch Shark Tank. Think about all these small businesses, people that have products that's sold there, are now gone. Are now gone. Or maybe, it's one of their lines, one of their places that they sold their products there. Bed Bath & Beyond is now gone. They literally can no longer sell their products there. And that could be a lifeblood for all these, small family-owned businesses. And now they no longer have a place to sell their product. That could be the majority of their sales. And yet again, we're seeing a struggling economy. And I honestly feel that we are going backwards into the pandemic. We're supposed to be coming out of the pandemic, and we're supposed to be seeing a growing economy, and we're just not seeing that. We're not seeing that. And a lot of this is because of the inflation, because of the rising interest rates. And I almost feel like we're going to be going back into a recession. You're starting to see these signs over and over again. Massive billion-dollar companies failing. Things are not getting better. We're seeing this over and over again. You let me know your down below in the comments, but I mean, prices are not getting better when it comes to food. We're seeing, gas prices, fluctuate here. We got the Saudis and the Russians and OPEC Plus fighting against us here month after month, making sure the gas prices stay high. And interest rates literally are going to be high here for a long, long time. The Fed is kind of fighting against Americans, making sure that we can't catch a break. And this is a massive, massive problem for the average everyday American, that 2/3 of Americans already live paycheck to paycheck. And it kind of makes it seem, what are we going to do? It's a problem. And, we kind of thought, okay, the pandemic's been declared over, things might get better. But now it's like, things aren't getting better. What is going to be done? Honestly, the only thing that's getting better right now is the stock market, which is kind of ironic because you would think that people and investors in general will be like, hey, conditions aren't getting better. And honestly, maybe it's a bubble. Maybe it's a bubble. Maybe it's not, because maybe it's an anomaly. Now, the stock market does tend to be forward looking. In the future looking, not right now. Maybe they're looking into the future saying, well, things aren't good right now, but in the future, in a year from now, we should be in a better place. You can let me know your thoughts on that. But we're kind of in a pickle right now. But with the Fed pausing interest rates here, the interest rates are nearing the end. Nearing that, Fed says that maybe there's 2 more on the way. At least the worst of the interest rates raising are over. The question is how long they're going to stay high. That's going to be a problem. Here. So, yeah, you can let me know your thoughts here in the comments. I'll keep you up to date here on all this and everything happening here in our country on a daily basis. So if you haven't yet, make sure to click that subscribe button down below and the bell icon so you don't miss out on anything going on here. It's completely free to do so. Thank you for liking and sharing these videos. Here's some videos you should watch next. 99% of Americans were not expecting both Biden and Putin to say this. And what's happening at Home Depot right now has a lot of Americans scared. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.